the Gulf of Mexico. If I sit and count them, can it take me billions and billions of years to know how many sand particles are there in the Gulf of Mexico? I don't know any of these questions. And why does God ask all these questions? Does it bring any comfort to me? Yep. It does bring comfort when you read further down. Verse 25, to whom then will you liken me, or to whom shall I be equal, says the Holy One. Lift up your eyes on high and see who has created these things, who brings out their host by number. He calls them all by name, by the greatness of His might and the strength of His power. Not one is missing. He talks about the stars and the galaxies that He has created. And then in verse 27, why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel, that my way is hidden from the Lord, and my just claim is passed over by my God? In other words, God is saying, Job, if I know how many gallons of water are there in the ocean, and Job, if I know how many sand grains are there in every beach in the world, Job, if I know the weight of every mountain in the earth, how much more will I know your little problem?
Hallelujah.
That's the purpose of this question. And that's what he says here. Now tell me, Jacob, that my way is hidden from the Lord and my just claim is passed over. How can you tell me, if I know these many things, how can you tell me that you don't know my problem? How can you tell me that you don't know my situation? How can you tell me that you don't know what's happening in my life? That's it. I know every bit of your life.
Hallelujah.
Job, if I know this much, how much more will I know your little life in the village of Uz? How much more? If God knows this much, He's telling Jacob, He's telling Jim, how much more will I know, Jim, about your little life in Houston?
Hallelujah.
And maybe in a small apartment. God knows. The most comforting thing that to me is that my Father knows everything.
Hallelujah.
He knows my thoughts. He knows my going. He knows my coming. He knows my sitting. He knows my walking. He knows my thoughts. He knows what I'm going to say even before I say it. He knows my weaknesses. He knows my strength. He knows every bit of me. And the good news is He still loves me.
Hallelujah.
And He still cares for me. And His knowledge is so huge. And His power is also so huge. He gives. He first has how big His knowledge is, and how big His power in creating everything, and how big His power is in sustaining everything, and then He comes to my life and say, how can you tell me, Jacob, or how can I tell you, Jim, or how can you tell me that I don't have the knowledge of your life, I don't have the power to fix your life?
Hallelujah.
So the one thing that you want to know about your Father is He is so big. His knowledge about you and about everything is so huge, and the power to provide what you need is so huge, and He is willing to do it. Amen. And He loves to do it, and He gets pleasure in doing it to you. So